Guys, how's it going? It's Clary Berry, and we're here today with the Cardano horoscope, and we are going to look at, let's see, last week before we get started into this week a little bit. We did kind of have a good call on the 23rd with Mercury square natal Venus. Kind of had that indulgence, too much time to go back down, had more of a red day there. Now the 24th we called positive, said it was going to be good, and that was totally right. We had Mercury in conjunct Uranus, and I said that was going to be a good one, and that was one time we got the Uranus right. Yay! Uranus, Uranus, Uranus. So yeah, it was stimulated, it was wild, it was change, you know, that was different, and hitting some goals there. So 25th also kind of still intense and interesting, and there was some friction. We kind of had a positive day, but also had our peak there. And then 26, you know, not having the aspects, any aspects peaking, of course we went down. So let's look at this week, the 29th of November through the 5th of December for Cardano, ADA, ADA, however you want to call it. Okay, so the 29th, let's look at this. We're going to have the peak of Sun square natal Mars. And I think this is going to be kind of that, again, over the top energy. It's just too much. It's just either nearing the peak or, you know, eventually getting there. Could potentially be sideways, but I think it's going to not be the best Monday, probably, at least for most of the day there on the 29th. So the 30th though, okay, the 30th we've got the peak of a couple different aspects, specifically for Cardano. We have the Hermit. Okay, so there are definitely potential for issues and conflicts with both of these aspects. Okay, it's Mercury. No, we have three aspects. I'm sorry. We've got Mercury square natal Mars and Mercury square natal Mercury. So this is that ego got the best of us, turned us upside down, had to take a breather. There's some kind of like oops effect, and again, we're already seeing that with some of the security issues that we were having with Cardano, but we'll just have to see exactly how that plays out. But definitely some issues in communication. Again, you know, you may, if you want to get in, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Not financial advice, of course. This is astrology, tarot, intuition, and fun. So, but you can look at it, you know, and be prepared and keep an eye out. So, yeah, dollar cost average in, buy the dips, and hodl. So the last aspect on the 30th there is the Sun square natal Mercury. So there's ideas, again, conflicts and issues. It's just like three, not hugely bad, but like not so great, you know. And again, it's like we have all this that should be going right, but we just keep kind of having these storms and these waves crushing everywhere. So there's actually around this same time, like the 29th, the general astrology has Mars trine Neptune. And so again, people kind of just going through their own personal issues during this time. And it's like, if you're going through personal issues and stuff, you are not necessarily going to be thinking about investing and buying into crypto. So again, might be some fear going around, might be some negative down red energy. Okay, now the 30th, we've got not only are three, you know, personal aspects there, but the general aspects are really just kind of, I think some of these aspects will be better than others. There's teaching and sharing element that I think is going to be pretty good. And maybe again, even towards the end of the 30th might be a little bit better. But there's going to be teaching and learning and going around. I think, again, people are going to be distracted by their emotions and wanting to make themselves feel better. But I think there's definitely some potential there, especially with the last couple of aspects there that are kind of more general. So that'll kind of lead us into period of the first and the second, where we do not have any aspects peaking specifically for Cardano, but we do have kind of the peak of Neptune going direct in Pisces. So this is actually can kind of bring some FUD, and it can be more of an internal kind of by yourself daydreaming sort of energy. Okay, but I'm not sure if that's what's going to be affecting Cardano the most, you know, on these days. These days might not be that bad. Okay, because again, some of that ending energy from the 30th comes around, and really on both sides of this, we've got kind of like negativity. Okay, so it's almost like the opposite of what we usually see when you don't have aspects. Normally it's a little bit better. I think it's going to be the opposite. I think the first and second, it might just be like, hey, you know, we know what this is worth. Let's go ahead and make sure we get, you know, it's almost like people buying up the dips off of the 30th, you know. Might be a little boost there. Again, first and second, little boost. Okay, second might be better. Might be better. On the third, guys, we've got Mercury, the peak of Mercury square natal Neptune, and that's more of this like FUD energy. It is what you make of it, but it's kind of like starting off the low end of the spectrum, just getting started, just, you know, possibly again almost not knowing, you know, what to do or where to go. Almost that naive type of energy that we see sometimes. Okay, so what have we got here? Okay, so the 4th, we actually have a couple of aspects peaking specifically for Cardano. We've got Mercury sesquiquadrant natal Uranus, and we have Sun square natal Neptune. So, okay, we definitely had Tower for sure trying to come across. Now, this is that classic energy where like you wish you could tap into it because it could be so close to being good, but this might be like a pit of despair where people are like, really? Really? It's basically, again, Uranus energy, so it's going to be crazy. It's going to be, you know, that feeling of danger, that people are going to be panicking, basically. It's shocking. They're shocked. They don't know what happened. Again, all this confusion aspects that are happening just don't really help. So, yeah. So that's the 4th. The 4th is also our new moon solar eclipse. So there's optimism, but we're waiting. It's going to be a whole new world. We know it. We know it. We're going to learn from this. Okay. We're going to get this right. I think it's going to change. I think it's going to really, we're going to be able to change. We're going to actually be able to learn from this and gain power in the future. Okay. But on this day, no. On the 5th, there might be some up and some down. I'm sorry, that was the 4th. It's just like too much there, and then coming back down, hardcore, overkill. Okay, so the 5th, things should be better than the 4th. Oof, oof, oof. It hurts. It hurts. Okay, unless you're trying to get in. If you're trying, see, I had the 5th as better with Mars sextile natal Sun. We'll just have to see how it plays out. We also have peaking on the 5th, Venus sesquiquadrant natal Mars. So that's a little bit of the up and the down, but I still had it calling positive, okay? So cards are saying otherwise. The 6th, we actually, everybody, not just Cardano, it's Mars sextile natal Pluto. So that's kind of positive. Let's see if we get on the 6th here. Sometimes the energy gets shifted around. Okay, High Priestess. So yeah, it might be like night and day. We might have the downward peak and then go up, you know, clear turning point. So maybe some of that positive energy from that. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. The 5th, that energy is going to sink down and come in more towards the 6th. It's not going to go off. It's not going to be great on the Sunday. The cards were correct. That all of this good energy from the 2 aspects that we just talked about that are peaking on the 5th for Cardano, yeah, that's going to make Monday even better. Okay, and the other aspect that we have specifically for Cardano on the 6th is Venus sesquiquadrant natal Mercury. So that's kind of this enjoyable, yeah, here we go. Like this is night and day to, you know, a couple of days, you know, just these past few days. And it's going to be kind of pleasurable, you know, kind of like up and then pause. And it's not quite the up and the down, like, but there might be some ups and some downs, more of a, I don't know, I'm seeing it more rounded, you know, if you will, kind of lazy, more slow moving. I guess you could say, but still good. Okay, and again, this Mars sextile natal Pluto for all of us there, hitting all of us, going to be good. It's going to be real good there. Again, especially compared to the last few days. So not much going on for the 7th. Might be going back down, coming back down a little bit from the 6th to kind of get a little bit of a reset. But there's the new beginning energy in the air, I think. Maybe, rounding this corner. And the 8th, ooh, yeah, I like the way that looks. And we also have good aspects. So again, the cards in the astrology agree. Don't you just love it when that happens? Makes everything so much easier, right? So it's Mars, it's the peak of Mars square natal Venus. Again, there's some volatility, some up and down energy, but overall gonna be green. And this also goes with our more general energy, peaking on Tuesday the 8th, Mars square natal Jupiter. People are definitely feeling more impulsive, and willing to take more risks. So that's going to all add up to a more successful, more green day on the 8th. So that's all I have for you guys right now. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're getting deeper. We're getting better into pulling in, combining all of these aspects, reading them the right way. And again, that's kind of the same energy here that we have. We're dreaming of a new day. We're dreaming, of how to make this better. And it's kind of like, almost like we need this to help figure out the problem, to help really also kind of get over the misunderstandings, get over the fear. The fear is just so prevalent sometimes. And this is definitely a chance to kind of do that. So yeah, stay tuned for more. We'll talk about Cardano soon. Check out the whole Cardano playlist and take care. Much love, many blessings. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.